Hebrews 6 verse 15 reminds us of God's faithfulness to keep his promises, even in the face of our doubts and shortcomings. That's the focus of our promise for today. Hebrews 6 verse 15 says, "And so, after waiting patiently, Abram received what was promised." When we read the story of Abram, one of the things we walk away knowing early on is that Abram was faithful. But his story also shows that although he was faithful, his journey wasn't perfect. Abram's journey was punctuated with moments of triumph, but also moments of doubt. Because despite God promising Abram that he was going to be the father of many nations, and he promised him a son, Abram and his wife, they were getting old and it seemed impossible. From where they were standing or sitting, the promise didn't make sense, and so they took matters into their own hands, which led to the birth of Ishmael. But the great thing about Abram's story is that despite his mistake, once he found out what his mistake was, he returned to a position of waiting on God's promise. What am I getting at? It's that it's easy for us to grow impatient in our own seasons of waiting. Perhaps you're waiting for a spouse, children, a job, a home, healing. Maybe like Abram, you've taken matters into your own hands, only to realize the futility of your own efforts. But do not be discouraged, because just as God kept his promise to Abram, he will keep his promise to you. What has God promised you? Take a moment today to reflect on his faithfulness in your life. Remember his track record of keeping his promises to you, even when it seemed unlikely. And as we wait on God, let us actively seek him. Spend time in prayer, meditate on his word, and cultivate a heart of gratitude. Because if we're not spending time with God, how are we going to know what it is that he's promised us? Are we just waiting on things that we think God promised? Or are we sure that he actually promised us those things? So spend some time with God. Surround yourself also with a community of believers who can encourage and support you as you wait. Trust in God's timing. His ways are higher than ours, and his timing is perfect. I know it's difficult, I know it's frustrating, but find some hope, find some faith to just trust in God's timing and know that in the same way he fulfilled his word to you before, in the same way he kept his promise to Abraham, he will keep his promise to you. That's our promise for today. Thank you for stopping by. I trust that you'll stop by again tomorrow. Have a good day.